Hi, welcome to the October edition of Kentucky Farm Bureau Reports. You know, the Kentucky Farm Bureau Outstanding Young Farm Family Competition is one of the more exciting events each year at our annual meeting. The contest, held annually, is open to farmers aged 35 and under. Well, the three finalists have been selected, and today we're going to give you a glimpse at each of these family farms. First, we're going to Jill and Michael Harton of Christian County.
Yeah, I grew up around farming. My father didn't farm, but I have an uncle that farms, and my grandfather used to farm, and I guess that's where I got my interest in it. And I worked with them a lot whenever I was a kid in middle school and high school. And I started raising my own tobacco crop when I was 15. I had started with an acre, and by the time I was out of high school, I think I was up to 4 acres. But I paid for a lot of my college that way. We'll stop right here for a minute, take a look at this tobacco. My farming operation consists of some row crop and also dark fire tobacco. We raise corn, wheat, and soybeans, as well as 15 acres of dark fire tobacco. I'd say that what I'm the most proud of about my farming operation is that although it's small, we are growing, and what we have accomplished, we've done from scratch with little assistance from anybody else. And that gives me a sense of pride to have been able to start with basically nothing and accomplish some level of success so far, and hopefully more going forward.
I'm just proud that he works so hard for our family and all the hours he puts in just for us and to help us make a living, and just that he's doing what he loves to do and that he's happy with what he does.
Farming definitely is more than just a job to me, although it's definitely a business and has to be treated as such. It's also a lifestyle to me as well, and one that I enjoy and want to raise my family around and give many of the same experiences that I've had to my children as they grow up.
Now let's visit Bruce and Carissa Wade of Mercer County.
We run about 3,300 acres. It is mainly consists of corn and soybeans, tobacco, and cattle. We put up the feed for our cattle, raise both cows and calves in a feeder operation. Nearly all of my land is leased. We own about 200 acres, and out of the 3,300, so it's just an easier way to cash flow the operation when ground's leased instead of purchased.
We went to school together. We're the same age. We met in 6th grade on the playground playing kickball, and he was my boyfriend off and on from 6th grade till now. So we've grown up together. I knew I would probably marry a farmer because my daddy was a farmer and I'm a daddy's girl, and my grandfathers were both farmers. It is a way of life.
No, I think it would be much harder to accomplish, if not impossible, to accomplish what we've accomplished without being a team, having teamwork. You know, the first and foremost thing that I want to give her credit for, I mean, she takes care of the kids 24/7. I mean, I do what I can to be a good parent. I'm away from the home a lot, but that takes up a lot of her time, and that's very important to me as the next generation. The future for our farm, I think, is unlimited. We're in expansion mode unless we get to a point to where we think we should, and we are striving for the future to grow and build upon what we already have.
And finally, we visit Ryan and Misty Bivens of LaRue County.
Currently our farm, we farm a little less than 6,000 acres of corn, soybeans, wheat, hay and pasture. We also have a percentage ownership in our Misty's parents' beef cattle operation.
I grew up on a farm. I say that I'm the generational farmer, and Ryan and I together are brand new farmers because I come from farming lineage from both of my parents' side, and I grew up through 4-H and FFA, raising cattle and tobacco, and swore that I would never ever marry a farmer. And then while we were in college, Ryan and I had been friends, and then began.
I swooped her off her feet.
Yes, he was so wonderful. He swept me off my feet, and we decided the first year I started teaching agriculture, we got married that December, and he started his operation here in Hodgenville. My role on the farm is somewhat limited because I do have a full-time job as a high school agriculture teacher, but I'm also there to fill in the gaps. Ryan doesn't really have time to do the social media part of it, so I'm in charge of the Facebook page, and I'm also in charge of our farm web page. And I also take care of our 2 sons, and that takes a tremendous amount of time at times, and that's part of the reason why I take supper to Ryan, is so that the boys can interact with him and be a part of the farm operation.
We have to have a group like Farm Bureau or other commodity groups or whoever there to represent us, whether it be in Frankfort or Washington or simply at a town hall meeting. We have to do it as a joint effort and a unified voice right now. We have to have a group that is like-minded, that shares our interest, and we all have one common goal in mind, and that's to sit back and realize, you know, in the next 50 years we've got to feed a doubling population. That's the thing for Farm Bureau. Farm Bureau has to be there for us. A group like Farm Bureau, they have to be there to support us because we cannot always be there for ourselves to stand up. We have to have a group behind us like Kentucky Farm Bureau.
What's in it?
Soybeans.
Holstein.
Greenup County Farm Bureau teamed up with community leaders and Greenup County schools for a fun day of agriculture education at Argolite Elementary School.
We have got 330 kids here at the school today that will be involved, but the biggest thing that we are looking forward to is the community involvement that's coming after the kids get done with the Ag Day. We'll have about 300-400 people come in and learn about what we do in Farm Bureau and how we impact the kids as far as educational values go.
Another successful Kentucky Farm Bureau Golf Classic took place at Whale Chase Golf Course in Louisville. This is the 17th year for the Golf Classic, which has already raised over $500,000 used as scholarship money by Kentucky Farm Bureau's Education Foundation. This year's event is expected to raise more than $40,000 in scholarship funds. Steve Nelson from Trimble County took advantage of the reward program from Kentucky Farm Bureau member benefits on reporting a crime that led to an arrest. For his efforts, Steve received a check for $5,000.
Mom's house got broke into on a Thursday, and on a Monday, I was out on the farm and saw a suspicious vehicle go by, going real slow. It goes 30 miles or less down here. We kind of watch out for people. And sure enough, he come back Thursday between 2 and 3 o'clock. He was getting ready to break into another house down the road to a neighbor's house. And we followed him, and the cops ran his plates and everything. It's kind of sad that somebody breaks into your parents' house and steals stuff that you can't replace. But it does make you feel good as a citizen that you can, help out and help other people too.
Now let's meet a new member of our Farm Bureau family.
Hi, I'm very excited about my new position as Director of Support Services for the Federation. I will oversee the hardware and software along with the IMA system and look forward to working on some of the special events as well. I'm just very excited about being part of the Kentucky Farm Bureau Federation family.
Here is a message from President Mark Haney.
We at Kentucky Farm Bureau know that our success in advocating for agriculture is to have a strong voice not only in our county courthouse, our state's capital, but in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And we can only do that when we go to the poll and vote. So on Election Day, I encourage you to be at the poll and vote for the candidate of your choice.
Now for our calendar of coming events. October the 15th is the deadline for receipt of county resolutions at the state office. October the 16th through the 18th is the Sunbelt Ag Expo in Moultrie, Georgia. November the 6th is a general election day. Make sure you vote. Well, that's it for this month's Kentucky Farm Bureau Reports. We'll see you next time.